Okay, well, the first one will be I'm going to show my crystals and I'm going to read about them if I can get it out. That's why. First one is going to be a bracelet. It's the Blue Gold Stone bracelet. Okay, Blue Goldstone combines mysterious character and origin with a very practical health benefit. The copper particles suspended in the stones are thought to provide warming comfort to arthritic conditions and ease pain. Hello, Morbid. How are you? How's your snakes doing? Copper is known for bringing relief to arthritic pain by reducing inflammation while increasing mobility and flexibility. The colors of this stone makes it an excellent stone for restoring and balancing the third eye, also called brow chakra, promoting intuition and psychic abilities. That's good. Goldstone is also said to be the stone of wealth, as it provides vitality and ambition. Next crystal I got is raw citron necklace. Okay, powered by the sun, citron is a stone of light, happiness. Its high vibes bring a clearer mind and a more positive outlook on life. Transform your raw intentions into polished realities with manifestation power of raw natural citron. Citron casts beams of joy throughout your space and spirit. Having a piece of raw citron in your home creates ambience of happiness, and elevates I don't know, the vibration of your home. If you feel like your home environment is a little gloomy, let the energy of the sunstone brighten it up. Next one is, I don't know. Well, you can share me out. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, okay. I gotta put this in my bag. I got it all tangled up right now. I'll untangle it. Oh. Okay, I got it. It is a pendulum. Rose quartz pendulum. Okay, a pendulum with the calming properties of a rose quartz crystal. To start using a pendulum, you hold the small end in your hand. The remaining will still and ask a yes or no questions. If the pendulum moves in a circle, the answer is yes. And if it moves side to side, the answer is no. There is a very basic explanation, but let your intuitions guide you. When asking questions, try holding the pendulum over your favorite stone or crystal for clearer answers. Gotta try that. My favorite stones is the Tiger's Eye crystal. I don't think I have some, but they're like in a bracelet or a necklace. Next one is amethyst, tumbled amethyst stone. This purple, white. Tumbled amethyst stone. Amethyst is a natural stress reliever that brings protection and spiritual growth. It rids your home and body of negative energy while attracting positive energy. Amethyst stone holds the exact kind of relaxing energy that we could all use after a long day. Allow its energy of contentment to soothe away the day-to-day stress that helps you that keeps you up at night. Okay. Next one is a comb. Jade hair comb. Used for centuries to stimulate blood circulation, promoting new hair growth. This holistic beauty treatment will leave you feeling relaxed. Combing massages of all the acupoints of the head, which regulates excitement and inhibit I know what the word is, in the cerebral cortex, inhabitant. So regulating your body meridians can be good for your overall health and can be achieved by this combing technique. And last but not Nag Champa incense. I love this. Nag Champa, enjoyed by millions, is the most popular Indian incense in the world. Nag Champa is a hand-rolled blend of flowers, spices, and resins. The natural ingredients, herbs, resins, and masala are blended to perfection to create a soothing aroma. The aroma incense, with its sweet yet earthly fragrance, will enhance any mood and environment. And I also they always send me little things like a sticker. This one here says, "Feel the world." And mindful cards. This one is affirmation for career. Wonderful new opportunities are opening up for me to use my unique creative skills and abilities. Okay, now I'll put them all away. I should have put this one in the big bag. Okay. No one's here. Hello? Hello? Get my book, I read a story. Oh. Okay, I'm going to read a story now. No one's here. They can come back. The ghost with a rose in her hair. A tall woman in white was frightening, substantial, but she left a merry token of her visit. In September of 1908, my father and mother, Charles and Laura Harrell, moved into a large 3-story stucco house across from the city park in Norfolk, Virginia. The house was similar to 1,000 others built in the late 1800s, planned with a large hall opening on a large parlor and a dining room, kitchen, and pantry with a west wing built off into an L shape. On the first floor, 2 large bedrooms, a hall on each upper floor. Hall room with a sign was assigned to my use when home, and the large front room was reserved as a sort of den and library. The large room in the rear was occupied by 2 servants. Both have been with my family for more than 10 years. My parents were hardly settled in the house when both servants complained about their room and wanted to change. At first, they would give no reason, but when questioned separately, they told of queer noises both at night and during the day, of mysterious moving furniture, of whispered conversations which were perfectly audible. But could not be understood in words. Neither of the servants would enter the house alone at night, and both declared that they felt presence of a third person in their room all the time. So at their request, they were given the little hall room next to the rear chamber. In this room, they were apparently undisturbed. All these occurred while I was away at school. When I came home for Christmas, I heard nothing about it. It was not until after the incident I am about to relate that my father told me that the servants' complaints. I had been home more than a week and slept nightly in my little hall bedroom, undisturbed from the hours of my retirement to the clang of the rising bell in the morning. However, New Year's Eve, I was awakened from a sound sleep to discover that the ceiling light was burning brightly in my room. sitting up in bed to try to ascertain why it was on. I had turned it off when I retired. I was amazed to discover a woman standing in the window alcove, looking out into the street or into the park. She was tall, slender, and dressed entirely in white, which contrasts strongly with a mass of black hair dressed high on her head. There was a single red rose tucked in her hair. She held her hands to her temple as if to shield her eyes from the light, that she might see out into the darkness better. I couldn't I could see none of her features. I spoke meaning to inquire who she was and what she wanted, and I suddenly found myself sitting up in bed in a complete darkness. The light and the lady had disappeared in an instant. I jumped from my bed, turned on the light, and looked about me. Everything in the room was perfectly normal, and there was no evidence of anyone having entered or left it. I tried to persuade myself that I had been dreaming, and reluctantly returned to bed, leaving the shades bedside lamp on. Next morning at breakfast, I related my experience to my parents and was accused of eating too much minced pie during the holiday. However, my father cautioned me not to mention the incident to either servant or to anyone likely to tell it to them. I never did. On my return to school, I forgot about the incident, the following spring, I returned home for the Easter holiday and occupied the same room without a thought of my mysterious visitor in white. This vacation, I was in my room nearly every night, for I was behind in my studies at school and examinations were coming. On Easter morning, I was in the parlor with my friends, awaiting sunrise for the Easter service. My father was a very religious man. We were having coffee, donuts, holding our cups high, drinking a toast to the sunrise, when one of the guests, Miss O.C. Johnson of Portsmouth, Portsmouth, Virginia, asked suddenly, "Who was that?" "Someone just passed the hall door and went upstairs." "Hi, Corell, how are you? Aren't you blue?" Corell better be blue. Corell, are you blue? Yeah, you're blue. Off to bed, huh? On Easter morning, I was in the party with friends awaiting sunrise for a Easter service. My father was a very religious man. We were having coffee and donuts, holding our cups high, drinking a toast to the sunrise, when one of our guests, Mrs. O.C. Johnson of Portsmouth, Virginia, asked suddenly, "Who was that?" "Someone just passed the hall door and went upstairs." "It must have been one of the servants," I said. "No," she strongly persists. "It was a young woman dressed entirely white with a lace couplet sleeves and a long train." I felt my knee weakening, but fortunately the conversation changed and the guests were soon departing for Easter sunrise service. Just as they left, Miss Johnson returned to me laughing and said, "You didn't tell me who the pretty brunette in your is you wait a minute. Who the pretty Burnett is you are secretly from your friend Ed. Is she really pretty? I asked. Although you didn't know, she replied. Friends coming and going through the day gave me little time to think about the strange visitor Mrs. Johnson had seen. Finally, a evening came and I climbed the stairs to my room, where, without closing the door, I sat down and lit my pipe. I now remember that it was during the New Year holiday a few months ago that a lady in white had appeared to me. At any rate, I decided not to go to bed. I gotta find my spot again. Okay. Finally, evening came and I climbed the stairs to my room where, without closing the door, I sat down and lit my pipe. I now remember that it was during a New Year's holiday a few months ago that a lady in white had appeared to me. At any rate, I decided not to go to bed. I don't know whether I had dozed or not, but I suddenly saw the figure as before at the window. I saw a long train on her dress and the lace caplets sleeves. The I saw that Miss Johnson had described. A single red rose in her black hair nodded as if by a sudden movement the lady seemed absolutely epic and solid. I don't know, opaque and solid. No part of the window sash showed through her. I could feel the perspiration coming out of my forehead, slow down. And although I clutched the arm of my chair tightly and was almost paralyzed with fright, I had too much pride to call out. I finally managed to ask in an ordinary tone, "Who are you? And why are you here?" I received no reply. The figure began to disappear, not suddenly as before, but slowly so that gradually I could see the window sash through her white dress. Her black hair with a red rose, it seemed to dissolve in the light of the. Good night, Corral. Have sweet dreams. Take care and stay safe. Frightened as I was, the performance reminded me of the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. After the lady after the lady had disappeared entirely, I distinctly heard close to my ear a loud whisper, "Wait." But I didn't wait. I leaped from my chair and bounded downstairs. Eventually I returned to my room. I was troubled no further that night, nor, in fact, did the incident repeat itself during my stay. The following summer vacation was spent with my parents at our camp in Maine, a few miles from Bangor. That was my last year in school. During the next Christmas holiday at home in Norfolk, there were several out of town guests at our house. I will. All of the spare rooms were occupied, and the room so shunned by our parents all these years was given to a girl cousin, Essie Mae Martin from Washington, D.C. This Christmas was a gay one, with dances and parties. On New Year's Eve, we had a dinner dance at our house. My cousin's room on the occasion was used as a coat room for the gentlemen, and during the evening, several of them retired there from time to time to smoke. After the last guest departed, my father and I lingered in the dining room to discuss the success of our entertainment. Essie May had gone upstairs to bed. When I finally started to go up, my mother informed me that she had directed my cousin to sleep in my room that night, as the back room was reft with cigar smoke. I spoke of the possibilities of a semi-annual appearance of the woman in white to my father. He looked very disturbed, but decided my cousin was probably asleep, and it would be rude to awake her. Father, mother, and I finally went to our rooms. The large bedroom fell to me by virtue of the change with my cousin. I still knew nothing of the servants' objections to this room. I felt only misgiving as to what my cousin might see. So I finally entered my room, which was large and square. It had two windows facing north onto the backyard. The bed extended from the wall out into the center of the room toward the fireplace where the coal fire was burning in the grate. To the left of the fireplace was a marble top table with a few books on it, and between the window was a bureau. Each side of the bureau was a bracket light, and 8 lights in the center chandelier hung from the ceiling. When I finally settled on my pillow, I was so tired I fell asleep almost instantly. During the night, I awoke. Every bulb in the chandelier was glowing bright. The two wall brackets were on. In the far window stood the mysterious figure in white, now partly screened by a lace curtain. Her profile was toward me, but I could see none of her features owing to the screening position of her hands. Strange to say, I was much less upset than either time before, but nevertheless I got out of bed. As I did so, I found myself suddenly in the darkness, save for the feeble glow of the dying fire in the grate. I turned on the lights and seated myself in a bigger armchair in front of the grate, wondering how my cousin fared in the next room. Presently, I found an almost irresistible desire to look behind me. I reached for a book to distract my mind, but when I opened it, I was confronted by Poe's The Raven, and was a shudder. I threw it back on the table. Then I lit a cigar. After a while, I fell asleep. I woke I woke in the morning, not very refreshed, still sitting in my chair. At the breakfast table, Effie Bay had hardly greeted us before she said, "I had the most remarkable dream last night, or more strictly speaking, vision, for I am sure I was awake. I awoke in the night to find the light on, and I know I turned it out. Then, to my surprise, I discovered the partitions between me and the rear chamber were perfectly transparent, and I could see in there plainly. Eddie was sitting in his nightshirt in the big chair before the fire. He was reading a book, while behind him stood a tall woman in white with a red rose in her hair, and she was looking over his shoulder. When this recital was finished, my heart was racing so hard I thought it could surely be heard across the room. Then Essie added, the red rose fell from her hair onto the floor inside Eddie's chair. My father passed this off as a dream, but after breakfast he called me aside and we went up to the room I had occupied that night before. There was a red rose, as fresh as if it had just been cut, on the floor beside my chair. It was then father discovered the matter seriously. He told me of the aversion of the servants had for the room. We decided the next time I came home, we would put a watch party in each room and thoroughly investigate. But we never did. Father died suddenly of a heart attack before the Easter holiday. Mother and I moved to Washington, D.C., where we lived until December 1932 when Mother passed away. I still have the red rose in a glass bowl. The petals, after 50 years, hold a strange fragrance, seemingly a kind withered. Wait a minute. A kind of petrified waxiness. The stem and the leaves are dry and withered. I never touched it for the fear it would crumble to dust. I do remove the glass cover occasionally. I was in Norfolk last summer. Last summer. The old house has been remodeled. I wonder if the lady in white still visits there in the wee hours of the night. Okay, we're gonna be going to West Virginia. Next title is Ghost Who Named a Town. And the next title is I Guess I Saw a Ghost. And the last title, this is the last story is going to be real long. And I lost my thingy-mabobber. Oh, found it. Okay. Okay. See, told you about my crystals. I read what they're for. I read a story. Well, maybe in a half hour we'll do a spirit box. 3 o'clock. I'll start it early. But till then,
You done?
no, I'm just waiting for some people to come in.
Want to try nobody there?
I got no one yet. I had 2 people come in so far.
Well, go out and fix me a can of that soup, that chicken noodle, and the sandwich. Maybe that'll be.
Mustard?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you make another sandwich? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay.
You heard me a year back. Here. The hell was that that just shut off?
Furnace.
Oh.
I don't know if they just did this.
Bluetooth mode. AUX mode.
Hello, spirits. How are you guys this evening? How many spirits are here? Who's all with me? Tell me your names.
FM mode. Bluetooth mode. AUX mode.
How are you this evening? How many spirits are here? Is there anyone you want to talk to? 301. If you guys hear anything, just put it down in chat when I read the comments. I'll look back at it and listen. Spirits, you gonna talk? You guys ain't talking very much. I'm gonna let it run for about another 10 minutes and I'm gonna cut you off. Can you say hi to the chat? I know they're not there anymore, they left. Alright, I'm gonna shut the spirit box off. Talk to you later. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Everyone take care and stay safe.